Is it working? Is it working? My computer. Check it out if this is working. Because if I shift it, it pops out, it chips out. So is it working? We're now live. I'm not too sure. Is this working? I can't move it. You see, I'm gonna have my lunch, guys. My midday meal. Big party. Where in the game? Where in the game? Can you identify? It's a slice of breadfruit, curry chicken, potato, fresh veggies. What's this one? Pumpkin. Pumpkin. Boiled dumpling underneath this. So pick it out. You can see it? All them things are good for me today. And try to put on some weight. Don't want to be old and skinny because it is too wrinkly. I have to put on some like a meat. Some fat up. That's the way love goes. Gotta love Rasta. I love Rasta. Even when them hate me like a dose of poison. But as God said, you have to love everybody. So me work hard to love everybody. All when them are mad me head, piss me off, can't understand what I'm talking about. One love, me say, one love. So guys, thank the Lord that I can eat a decent Sunday meal that I like. Many people today not in the position to enjoy a meal like this, yeah, before them die. So this is something to be thankful for. This is a blessing, guys. This is a blessing for me. And sometimes I can't eat for real. Sometimes the foods just scare me. They just terrorize me, as I was reminding my mom when I was little. When my sister and I was little and we were unhappy because we didn't like the food that was prepared for us to eat. My mom would take us down to a hotel where you have a whole heap of different foods to choose from. And she said, choose what you want to eat and eat what you want. So I don't know if we call it spoil or what, but that's the advantages of parents. That's the advantages of parents who cares about their children, how they take care of them, because they know that in the future the child will grow up to know how to take care of the parent according to how they want to be taken care of. So when I said to my mom, if she's unhappy with any situation, just tell me and I will try and make it better for her. Yeah? Because it is not my intention to make my mom sad or depressed or angry. I try my best to make her happy. So if I do something and it is making her unhappy, I'm going to try find another way to go about making it happy, because I am that type of a child. Yeah? My sister and I are that type of children that she grew. She grew us to know, let's do whatever it takes to make our parents happy or to make our children happy. Because we don't like unhappy people around us. So we would want it for other people. We are loving, caring, sharing type of people. That's the blessing that God brought us into this world, to be able to share with other human beings. So why go around people that you're unhappy? Why be around people that you are unhappy? If you can remove yourself from it, then please do. Yeah? If you can't remove yourself from it, and you have to stay in it, pray about it to God to see if He can find a way to help to take you out of the situation. You understand? As I was telling some friends of mine that, white people love Rasta. White people love black people. Tell them always a thief my man name. But I'm totally puzzled how comes. They are so quiet this time, and normally they are always happy to help and take away and say, well, let's play God. White people set the game of life, This game, them call it Babylon system. It's a white people game. Black people are Africans. So black people said have their own African game. But if you want to join into the Babylon system structure, then you have to embrace white people teaching. So if any black person out there is having a hard time understanding the game of life and trying to master it, it's because they not learn. Either they're not learning or they don't want to learn. Because they try to teach some people some things and them go and let them know it all. Them want to tell you how to do it. No, and so let me tell you something. We go to school, from your picnic. From we're born, them put we in a certain Babylon system school to go study and learn what it is they want you to learn when you come out into the Babylon system world, to interact with the other human beings. Now, if you interact with people differently, they're either going to get upset, angry, or take away themselves from that of which they're not understanding, which is you, because it's you them have to be communicating with and interacting with. Now, if you set rules and policies in your house, in your home, in your business place, it is expected to follow, because you have learned from Babylon system how to go and set the rules in your home and in your business place. So if you have somebody coming in now to tell you, say, no, and it's so, and this way me do it and whatever, then it's gonna cause a conflict. It is gonna cause a conflict to the people you serve, because the people you serve are from Babylon system. Yes, they too went to school to learn how to come out to understand whatever it is that Babylon system taught the other human beings in the society. So I don't know if I'm being clear enough, or I'm trying to explain something that some people is willing to understand, some people understand already, or some people don't want to understand, or some people is happy to learn and hear what it is that they need to know if they want to succeed in this life that we're given to live in. Because the game that is being played is a game that is played by Babylon system. They set the rules. You're either gonna choose to fit in or don't fit in, because there are several different sets of groups within the group. Okay? I don't know if that's clear enough. The group is Babylon system group. Yeah, Babylon system is one big group, and then there are sets within the set of Babylon system group. So I am saying, if you cannot figure out how to get through with one set, you can move to another set. Because in society, people out there use whatever they learned at school, and that is what they use to understand other people. Because whatever you learn in your home is not enough to socialize, because sometimes they teach you their way And by the time you come out, you realize the whole structure of outside is totally different. Unless you plan to stay at home and don't go out and interact socially with anybody on the outside, then you can just stick to what you learn in your home. But if you're planning to go out there, school educates you to teach you how to go out there to interact. So therefore, there are certain ways you write your numbers. There are certain ways you speak your English language. There are certain way you're supposed to eat your food also, so you don't offend another person. Like for instance, I'll be eating. Some people is cultured, you're not supposed to talk when you're eating, which is true, because when you're eating, food flies out of your mouth. So therefore, you're not supposed to talk with food in your mouth. It's bad manners. Yeah? But then you have other people now who will talk with food in their mouth because they were not taught that. They were not taught that. And if they did not learn that, not speaking with, if you do not speak, you're not supposed to speak with food in your mouth, then you're gonna be speaking with your food in your mouth, and then other people are offended. Yeah? Not until you find somebody else doing it, then you're gonna say, oh, not so bad, I can listen to her or whatever. But it's actually bad manners. You're not supposed to speak with food in your mouth. If you put food in your mouth, then you chew until it's all gone, or you speak when it's almost all gone. But it's not a good idea, not a good idea, because the food sometimes drop out of your mouth or whatever. So it's good to speak on intervals, like what I do. When I'm eating with food, I speak on intervals because then it helps me not to eat too fast, and it helps me to chew the food more. It's a habit to help people with small stomach like me. I have a small stomach where if I eat too much food one time, I start feeling sick. And if I don't chew my food well and just plump it down, it hurts my throat. So I have to eat in small pieces. I'm like a bird. I have to eat in small pieces. A peck, you know, a pick and eat. But then in addition, my food must look nice. So yes, this is a mighty big plate of food I am eating here, because as I said, I peck eat. But when I talk, I pass off the time, so that and I find that I eat more, because I occupy my time chewing the food little by little, so I'm not so bored. So people, when it comes on to Babylon system, you all need to understand, if you're gonna live in it, how to live in it, right? And there are certain sets of people who accepts certain behavior, and you cannot shove whatever you learned, whether in your home or at another school, on another person if they don't want to take it, because they study at different schools too. Because even the schools that you attend in Jamaica and all over the world, I shouldn't say in Jamaica alone, all over the world, because I know they have international schools in America and England and Germany and France and Africa and India and all over the place. So it's not just Jamaica alone has an AISK or a school like what I went to, Prairie, which was an international school which AISK took over from, you know. So therefore we're all going to be socialized differently, because you have the public schools and you have private schools and you have private public schools. So you see there are several setup. You have public schools, you have private public schools, you have private schools, private Christian schools too. So even though you have private schools, you have private Christian schools, and then you have the private international schools. So therefore you have a vast variety of human beings learning different behaviors. And you don't if a person does not embrace a teaching from another institution, you can't hate them for that. You can't try shove it down them throat because we do it this way, you have to do it this way. No. Even if it is an uptown way, some downtown people don't want to learn an uptown way, and some uptown people don't want to learn a downtown way. So you just have to accept the person as they are. Pray to God to with the serenity prayer. Lord, give me the wisdom and knowledge and understanding to accept the things I can't change and to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference between the two. Ask God for the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding to live the life, to do the serenities, right? So, you cannot force someone to do what they don't want to do. The most you can do is pray for them and encourage them to find a way to deal with the situation, or if they're unhappy, pray for them to find joy elsewhere. If they're unhappy with you, it's sad to have somebody being forced into trying to be happy with an individual of which they're not. That's so depressing. Why would you want to do that to any human being? I know you want to punish them. I know you want to let them know, say you're trapped, because sometimes families does it, Families do that. Like, you might have have to chew that one fast. Okay. You might have families that, out of one person in a family, that person was blessed with the opportunity to go to university, to go to maybe a private school, to go to elite, depending on the changes of how hard the parents worked when, that child was born, or maybe they were working long before that child came into the picture. So several kids before did not get that opportunity to do the private thing, and because the parents had to start from scratch, and so they did the public schooling, and then they come out with all this aggression on the one who went to a private schooling, saying, oh, that one is so stupid, oh, they're doing this, they're fool, they're idiots, look what they're doing, they will make a mess of it. But have it ever occurred to you that they might have learned something that can work for them and that they're happy in doing? So it's rude of you to belittle their education and what they learned. Yeah, it is. It's very rude. And so people like me get ruder. Because if you teach me a certain behavior, as I say, at Prairie, we had a lot of white teachers. So maybe I must learn white people things. Yeah? So if me learn a lot of white people things according to some people in Jamaica, yeah, me no learn how to do bumbleclot and rasclot constant into my conversation when I speak, or suck your mother and pussy hole in a fluently in a way that maybe someone in a public school might have learned. Yeah, although we in our private school settings was taught that even in the public school, the children are discouraged from using those vernaculars in their everyday communication. So therefore, a child would learn maybe those language from their home. And if they didn't have a home, they would learn it from their neighbors or their friends, or somewhere that they go for comfort due to their discomfort of a home that was not really a home. They heard people speak to each other in that language, and then they can't help themselves because it is so embedded in them to speak like that to their one another and their peers. that if they start interacting with somebody from the private sphere, it's prayer that come out in their conversation, and then they're like, when you're saying, oh, control it, watch it, the era you're in, the space you're in, the environment you're in, does not encourage that kind of behavior. They take offense and they're ready to shove it down your throat. I saw respect and we can do it better and flicking and whatever. The flicking and the flacking and all the words that you can't even remember to say at the top of your voice sometimes gives me a headache, but I have to try learn fast to say, okay, this is a different culture of behaviors that is in our society of human beings that you still have to try and love and like and work with. Yeah, because they are human. God gifted us them as well to love and to deal with and to work with. So it's very hard. So it ended up being a hatred thing. They hate me because I can't do what they do. I don't hate nobody. I just hate maybe the behavior that I can't adopt because I'm like, this is hard and I can't do it. And they're hating on me because I put myself in a situation where I have to interact with people like that, and because I'm unable to communicate in that sense of that way, and I might say the words that I learned in my way. Them say, see, she fool, look what she say, look what she do, look how she talk, she sound like a idiot. You understand? So therefore I am being abused. Yes, I am verbally abused, and you take that abuse, people like me will take that abuse, because sometimes your businesses of that your family have set up is in areas to serve people of that kind of behavior. So then you get an abuse constant. So we have to be socialized now to accept our abuse, because you don't want to land in poverty. You have your bills to pay, you have other things to do, so you have to take these abuse from these people because you have no other choice, you have no other option. You go to school, you study, but you're not getting a job, and even if you get the job, the money is not paying you to pay your bills, to live, maintain yourself and your family uptown of how you are accustomed to living. So therefore, yes, we have to put up with the abuse if we can't do it. Yeah, if we can't do the behavior that they learn in their public sphere. That doesn't mean you hate the person, does it? Because you can't do what they do? No, you can't hate the person. But if the person don't like you, what you gonna do? That was a lot. The person don't like me. So alright, me did have somebody who did love me. I had somebody who loved me so much, and they loved me so much that they had to share themselves with other people, because I loved the person because they loved me. I didn't love the person because me one loved them. No, that's ridiculous. I love the person because in return I got back love from them. Having sex with the whole world, that's a for them body, that's their body that they want to use to rag out with the whole world. If them are whoring, if them are prostitute, that's a for them body. You can't go tell the people them say you can't have sex, you can't do this and you can't do that. Maybe for them body can do it. You're lucky when some of them ready. One young girl one time tell me say, because my body can't do what your body want to do with the whole heap of man them, me jealous. It's like, no, me just saying that that's just inappropriate. But who am I to judge and say that was an inappropriate behavior? If she want to whore with the whole of them, do it by God's means. That's what her body can do. I did not stipulate it for anybody else's body to do that. Yeah, I said it is best to get married. Yeah, because that is how I see it. That's how I learn it. That's what I see my parents do. They get married before them start have children, and then them teach them children appropriately how to speak, how to work very hard, and how to share them body with one partner at a time. Hmm? If you can share your body with whole heap of partner at a time, that's their problem. But I can't be jealous because my body can't do those things. My body will pop down. My body will pop down like my computer popping down. You understand? So I have to make sure, say, I get married and stick to my one man business. Hmm? And elevate myself that way through my one man. As them say, whether you're married or not, you're still selling vagina. Is vagina selling no matter what? Because if you're married, your husband has to pay the bills. Your husband has to help you pay the bills. Your husband has to make sure so you eat food and all that. They're not still selling vagina in the same way. The only thing is to one man. When a young girl now says she can have the whole world of man, you're gonna tell me, say she I have sex with all these men and none of them paying her bills for? That means she just love do that to fear her body. She's just a born whore then, I suppose, or whatever they call it. You understand? Fear her body can do that to please the whole nation without a dime. But I am saying me, you can't do that. I cannot do that. I never promised a soul. So my body did born so versatile. I was born very delicate. My body is very delicate. And I could only have 2 kids and I am grateful. I will even do what you call it? Substitute. Not the artificial. The one where most of the celebrities do because they can afford to do it. If I get another partner, or if my partner wants to do that, well, fine, we can do the surrogacy. You see my brain thinking too much, that in too much, doing too much. Sometimes the words slip me. Surrogacy. I could do the surrogacy. Yes, you could get another person to, carry the child for your husband and yourself, and you're fine. But why would I want to do that now in my old age when I have my kids, my beautiful kids that I grew all by myself? To this age, and if they want to have kids, those kids are still my kids because it's still another human being coming in the world through my genes that my mom and dad gave me, to pass on to the next generation. So there's no way I can see my kids out there and I don't lend that parental support because that's what I'm supposed to do. So as I'm saying, guys, I haven't gotten a chance to do any live recently. But I feel this is a good time to do it because we're now coming on to Easter, and I can't believe the year has been passing us by so fast. It's almost Easter already because Wednesday now is Ash Wednesday. And after Ash Wednesday, you go through 40 days of the Lent. It's a Lenten season. So for all those who don't know what that is or what that activity is, it's like a little Christian addiction. It's where they get to fast. That means they eat before sunrise or dawning when the sun is going down, or after the sun goes down. And some of them abstains from meat, so you'll eat only fish. No, as Father keeps the joke in church this morning. No pork, no pork. He love the pork. Not to forget his meat. So I've said no pork eating for anybody, but actually they abstain from meat kinds, and it's a lot of fish they try to eat as their protein. You know, for the 40 days and 40 night Lenten season till crucifixion. During that time, from my reflection of interaction and participating, yeah, I might not be able to do all that fasting as good as some people, because sometimes we get so sick. Sometimes I get sick because of the foods that you eat is what can make you sick too. So I have to put certain things in my body to, you know, regulate back my body, strong it back up, clean it and whatever on the inside, freshen up my organs and stuff so I can be healthy. And it's normally very trying, just like how Jesus carried the cross, and for the 40 days, 40 nights, and he got through all the struggles. It's like the Christian people feel that kind of feeling through the journeys of the 40 day, 40 night. But after the crucifixion, when Good Friday comes and the enactment of the crucifixion takes place, then you have Easter Sunday, Easter Saturday. You get the calm, Easter Sunday, and then the risen Monday. You know, you can feel that release, that relief. Most people say whatever they wished for actually comes through. So some people do it as that kind of ritual. Yeah, we kind of sound Obia-ish, don't it? The church people use the church as for them kind of Obia, them ritual, where they that make a wish as they keep focus on it, and then at the end of it, their wish normally comes true. Whether it's money they want, whether it's a boyfriend, whether it's a husband, whether it's a wife or something, or whether it's a baby. It actually happens for them. So I don't know. I always focus on, I think, is money to pay my bills and stuff like that. So because I always focus on that, I see where it helps, But after my 40 days, 40 days, I see that release where I see the money start coming in better and stuff. So it actually works for me then too. Some other people, everybody have different likes and different wants in life. So you can't, as I say, everybody's an individual. We have to give human beings that favor, that choice, to can make their own choice to say what they want in life, But as I said, we're all cultured differently, and we have to learn how to love people in their differences and not be judgmental to say you hate this person all because they are uptown, or they're socialized uptown, or they're socialized downtown, or they're socialized country. Yeah? You can't hate a person because of their culture. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's like you're saying you hate a person because they're pretty, and you should have pretty. No, take it up with your parents. Take it up with your parents. Say, mommy and daddy, we never see someone did ugly. We make them get married and have me. Then you can say something like that. You can hate a person for that. When your parents tell you no, say, but we love each other, we brought you through love. Then maybe you will start looking to yourself, right? But you can't hate a person because they're prettier than you, because they're richer than you. Because you should have tell your mother and father, say, we make me poor, why you never marry a rich man or a rich woman? Why you never work hard and invest your money wisely instead of squander it? Because I know everybody get the opportunity to work money, and is how them, when them get it, is how them spend it and invest in it. So I don't want to hear no excuse about why people say them poor. What listeners make on a poor, on a choose bad investments. Like some people know say them not live nowhere and them go rent house and spend all the money them earning to pay rent, when another person will maybe catch with a friend or a boyfriend, save up their money and go buy a piece of land and take time build them house. Them might get the same money as the person who will rent the house, But the person rent the house till them old, when them get eviction notice now, Because they must sell the house or owners, children take over the house the way them rent the house for so long. The new generation come to say, no, we need to take over this house, I'm going to refurbish, I need you to vacate. And when them leave, them a get mad like a somebody do them something. So there's no excuse as to poverty. And no pride flinging you into poverty. Because you don't sacrifice certain things. You don't put up with what you need to put up with to get what you want. You feel you have to get it easy. You feel you have to get it easy. And nobody got rich easy. It was very hard to do. They had to put up with a lot of abuse, a lot of things that them don't like to have it. And if you feel, say, you're so entitled that you must just wake up one day and somebody's going to take up their money and just give it to you like that for nothing, you're in for a big surprise. Because you're going to lose it same way. Because when you get the money, you're going to go pull off and show off with it. And go rent big house where you can't even afford. Because you don't live nowhere. Rent big house and done it. And then you sit down back in the poverty and go like somebody doing something. Don't. Test God. God are watching you. And Him watching you to see how you spend the money. How you invest it. What you do with it if you not make good use of it. Because nothing will last forever. Nothing don't last forever. Make provisions, get your own. When you get your own, I lift my hats off to those people who migrated, you know. Some people might say, what the hell? Why? No, I do. Because if you don't have nothing in Jamaica, you have to go look something. And migration helps you to put something together so you can invest back in Jamaica if you say you love Jamaica so much. Yeah? You love Jamaica so much. So if you love Jamaica so much, of course, migrating and then working. So obviously, you know, if you have that intention, you might have to rent a little small house. Yeah? Save your money little by little. And reinvest back into Jamaica. You know, you have to send out remittances and hope to God so you have decent people around you, like family members or friends, because them's a good friend better than pocket money. So you pray about it, you have a good family member, good children who, you know, you can trust. If you can't trust, then the most you have to do is do your work and come back and just invest what you come back with. And then said pension over in America and Canada and US is very good. So when you come back to Jamaica, your money will work for you because our dollar is so cheap. Our dollar is 159, 160 to 1. So when you come back, you won't have it so hard. At least you will have a pension to live off of. If you don't work on yourself up to that ripe old age, you know. I've seen where people come to Jamaica and live a good lifestyle from off of their pension overseas. And it's not like they drop in any dire poverty state. It's like they could come and have a roof over them head and put food on them table and take care of themselves. Eat healthily and, you know, pay them housekeeper to take care of them and them gardener to take care of them house while they are living in it. And them alright. So guys, make a plan. And if you're going to do the Ash Wednesday thing and the Easter Sunday thing, I mean, as people say, it works. And if you never tried it before and experienced it, nothing beats a try. Them say nothing beats a try than a failure. So if you don't try it, you won't know. So it's the last resort to understanding why Christians do the things they do. You have to try it and experience it, and then you will understand. Yeah, but I am still here sharing with you, and That's a blessing because may have good health and strength. Thanks to glory. Thanks be to God. May have to give him all the praises and glory because I don't know what happened in this world. Is me wanting to eat at times. Sometimes up to my family abandon me. So they can't bother with me. When them ready, them say me know too much. And people who know too much, them say to whom much is given, much is expected. So if me know too much, the most me can do is chat now. And then when I chat now, them say, you chat no free man, stop chat now. So you can't please them. You can't please them. That's why I say we have to please ourselves. Do what we can manage to do to the best of our ability. Love everybody. As me can do the prejudice thing because I am multi-racial. I mix with, when I check it out, I mix with like a Indian, I mix with Negro, I mix with like a Chinese, I mix with like a white, I mix with, is which other race you have? Now 4 races them supposed to have. Indian, Chinese, black, Indian, Chinese, black, white. Yeah, I have the 4 races inside of me, so I'm multiracial. Yes, so because of that, I can't hate nobody because the Lord uses his spirit in mysterious ways to come into everybody and to come into all our circles and corners to share his blessings with them. Right? So whatever I react, whatever I do is from whatever the spirits, the human beings that come around me with certain spirits, the housing, come and throw on me. And I am like a mirror that reflects back on them what they're doing. Yeah? So sometimes they do things that they, according to them, it is not intentional to hurt me. But if I interpret it as something that hurt me, I will explain out to you. If you don't want me to explain out to them, then I'm gonna bite you. Yeah, because there's no way I'm gonna sit there and make you hurt me and I don't do anything about it. I'm gonna either call up, back up, I need help. This one is trying to hurt me. This one is trying to mess me up. Do this and do that. I will call for backup if I can't handle it myself. I try to handle it myself because I don't like to be a crybaby. Because I had learned when I was younger that crying, because I used to cry enough, I was a very bally baby, pure bawling. But I learned that crying, the problem still is there. So when you cry, yes, you let off a good pent up emotions because it's healthy. But then guess what? How long you gonna cry for? You're going to have to stop one day. You're going to have to pull yourself together. And you're going to have to do what is expected of you to do in this life to survive it. Or to live it. Yeah? Because we don't want to just live on a survival basis. We want to enjoy it. We want to full joy to the most of our ability. That's what life is. Life is not living to go die. Life is living to enjoy it to the fullest. So therefore, when I come out there and I put myself out, I put myself out to have fun and enjoyment. And then here comes, sometimes you have some little demons that decide to come set on you to try and throw you off balance because they see you looking like you're enjoying yourself too much. And they're in their misery, and misery love company. Misery love company, for those who don't know. Once them see you too joyful and you get by, them have to come with them like a demon self fast with you. And then, I'm going to name them. I'm going to name them because that's how I am. That's how I am. I will be nice till you push my button. Right? So guys, I have spoken to you for 45 minutes live. And it was a nice chat because I haven't gotten the chance to give you this long mealtime chat that I usually do when I get the chance to. But as I said, don't talk with food in your mouth because it's going to fly. Wait till you finish chewing and then you talk. This way you give yourself break. When you're eating, your food digest gradually, right? So your tummy don't get so puffy. And they normally say, I think it's a weight loss technique too, If you when you're eating, you chew and give your food time to digest in your tummy instead of just go so fast, you won't put on so much weight so fast. I don't know how true it is, but I've heard it been said before through some Weight Watcher persons, always helping people to keep them weight under control. They say take time to eat, give your food time to digest. Yeah, and when you do that, the food take time go down, so it doesn't just bulk up on you like that, right? So you guys continue enjoying your Sunday now, and remember, love everybody and do not let culture, the people's culture, distract you from sharing the love, because there's a power in love. Yeah, you have to love everybody, and if you're gonna get the blessing of the Lord, the blessing that this world have in store for you, the blessing that the universe dishes out every day to each and every one of us, you have to love everybody. You have to love everybody. Yeah, and then you'll be fine. Okay, so have a wonderful Sunday now.